Hey, what's up, builders? It's your girl, Kantoinette the blogger, and you are now listening to the LVF podcast. I have a treat for the builders today. I have the very own, I'm about to tell my very own because I've been listening to y'all for the last week and a half. But I have the very hilarious, very dynamic duo, the Stud Vision podcast, Remy and Purp. The theme song is just all up in my head right now. I kind of want to sing it.
Sing it. It's the Stud Vision
podcast. What we all on different beats.
Hey, we on different beats. We should just let you sing it.
Listen, don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to plug it in here somewhere.
Right.
We're just gonna give you the intro, and you could do what you want to with it.
I like that. How y'all feeling? I know it's a little later. We got a little bit of a different time zone going on, but how y'all feeling? How's your Monday been?
I'm feeling good, feeling great. This perk.
My Monday has been very productive. I've had a very productive Monday.
AKA you tired.
Man, you don't understand, but I'm still here. I'm still kicking. That's all that matters.
We gonna rock with it. The episode today is called Red Light, Green Flags, and Aquarius Hate. And we gonna get to the Aquarius hate part a little further down into the episode. But before we get there, I want to introduce the builders to you and to, your platform. So I'm going to go ahead and do like some introductions. So Purp, one half of the Stud Vision podcast, go ahead and just let us know who you are and why you wanted to be a podcaster.
All right, what's up, y'all? This Perp, one half of Stud Vision podcast. I am... Let's see what I can say about myself. I'm the cool kid. I'm the nice twin. If you listen to us, you'll hear us say that I'm the nice twin between me and Remy. I'm a Leo, since everybody always asks about zodiac signs. Gang. Let's see. I'm from the Chi, born and raised in Chicago. I live in Dallas now. I've been here. October 28th will be a year. As far as podcasting, it's something I always wanted to do, and Remy and I are always bouncing ideas off of each other,
right?
And just getting our creative juices flowing, because she's a serial entrepreneur. And one day we were talking, I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, and I was like, twin, we got to do a podcast. She was like, bet, I'll send you the logo later.
Ooh, it's good to have a friend like that. You say you want to do this, don't worry about it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. I kid you not. I don't even think it was an hour, maybe 2 hours later, she sent the logo. It was like, yeah.
Y'all logo is dope. I love, it's just so dope.
Thank you. Shout out to Remy for that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much about me. Let's see, something personal, career-wise. I was in social services for 10 years. My last year in that was 2018, December of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. I hung my coat up from that, and I got a bachelor's in criminal justice, a master's in public administration. Right now, I'm not using my degrees at all. I'm just chilling, doing my thing. I'm in a whole different career field that I know absolutely nothing about, but I know about it now. So that's just me. Oh, and I'm a LeBron James fan all day.
All day.
Oh, God.
All day. Bron. I'm telling you.
Oh, my God.
Y'all that's listening, get you someone that love you as much as I love LeBron. That's top tier love.
No, wait a minute. On the episode, didn't you say somebody bought you it wasn't a LeBron jersey? On one of the
No.
They gave a Kobe jersey.
Shut Kobe, right?
Shut up. Because it's honestly, when you think about it, at that point in time, it wasn't too many LeBron jerseys that you can give me that I didn't have. I've had all his high school jerseys, all his Cavs jerseys. At that time, he was still with the Cavs. It was no jersey you can give me when it comes to LeBron. I didn't miss
the seriousness on your face. We picking on you.
Yeah, y'all picking on me. It's cool.
She like, nah, don't try to play me like that. I'm a LeBron.
Nah, don't try to play me.
All right, Miss Remy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, from Chicago, Illinois, also, and the crazy part about the podcast is Twin was like, "Man, we gotta do this podcast." Me and Twin had a deep depth conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly have no clue what we was talking about at the time, and Twin was like, "Man, we need to do a podcast." I'm like, fuck it, let's do it then. And then we literally recorded that shit right then and there. Like it wasn't no figuring out how to record it, what was the proper things to use to do this. We literally just, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's record it. All right, come on.
Listen, as long as the conversation is good, the rest will come. You will figure out like different tricks and the audio and the setup and all that stuff as you go. But y'all definitely, the chemistry that you and Perp have remind me so much of me and my best friend. Like you said that you the laid back one, and or Rim, are you the firecracker?
I mean, behind the scenes, yeah, but in person, I'm real chill. Like you would never know. I'll get on your ass on this.
It's funny because I'm actually the firecracker.
Yeah,
firecracker.
Yeah. But you wouldn't know that from the podcast,
right? Nah. Like y'all both have like real chill energies. It's just so funny because I'm like, you always got that one that they gonna pop off a little bit sooner than the other one. That's you.
No, that's me.
That's Perp.
Yeah, that's Perp. I'm gonna regulate. I'm gonna try to find a common ground. I'm gonna study the situation, and then when there's no other solution but to pop off, then I'm gonna pop off, and then it's gonna be it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be sad. But yeah, we ain't have. I mean, but I do music. Like I do recording. I manage artists. I do music myself. So doing the audio and stuff that was just come natural because I used to engineer. I used to engineer my own artists and myself, like in the crib. Before we said, let's go to the studio now because we ain't got no time to just sit in the house and mix music down. So, I mean, I had a back end like Perp really had to relearn and learn what I mean, but now Perp do it perfectly because Perp edit and then I edit. Like Perp do the first edits of the podcast, then I do the final edits of the podcast.
Look, Perp over here shaking her head like, oof, it was a lot to learn.
It was in the beginning. It's like I'm like, twin, yo, I'm gonna need you to take off work one day because it's like, no, you gotta keep going. And it's crazy because I'm not that person like that'll give up on something. But I was like, twin, it's way too much. Like I can't. And you gotta think about it. We started actually doing it on our phone before I even got a mic and everything.
Me too, honey.
It was just like, me too. Like, do you hear the background? Like, man, my audio sound trash. She's like, we get it together. It's like, man, now. Yeah. I'd be like, I didn't edit everything, send it to you.
Right. And it's crazy because when you said that, like I started with the phone. I think I did get the mic, but I was recording off my phone and my iPad. And then from there, I'm like, okay, I'm learning different stuff. But for a long time, I was not editing my episodes. I was just dropping raw everything, just raw dogging the platforms.
Look, if you want to hear some raw stuff from us, check out SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud. Ooh. SoundCloud got some episodes that we have never posted, like pre-podcast.
But like I bet they're good though.
Yeah, the thing with me is, and it's the only reason Remy would tell you, the only reason why those aren't like on Apple and Spotify stuff is because of me. Because I'm like, yo, no, the audio is so trash. She's like, man, we could just post it. But I'm like, twin. No.
I hate it when it happens because I actually just because I'm on shout out to Crex Media Group, so I'm a part of that platform, and I just hit up basically the person who kind of runs and I send my episodes to get posted. I hit Yoshi in the building. He kind of helps LBF podcast out with that stuff, and I sent him like a little list of all the stuff to scrub off the platforms because when I go back and listen, I'm like, I love this episode, but I can't deal with this audio quality. Like it's just, I can't, like it makes me feel like if somebody is first introduced to LBF podcast, I don't want them to be thinking that, damn, like this person don't know what they're doing, which I didn't at the time, but I don't want them to know that.
But when you listen to it, you can check out the growth. But like Remy said, if you want to listen to some real raw, unedited,
I'm gonna go listen.
Like some episodes where we got down to the nitty-gritty, greasy. Yeah, it's on our SoundCloud. It's on our Stuff Vision SoundCloud page.
Oh, okay. So your podcast to me is like a uniquely safe space because it's from your particular perspectives and your life experiences. But I know with that comes a level of openness and vulnerability. How has it been, especially because you just shared out your coming out stories and everything like that? How has it been sharing your journey with the world?
Twin.
To me, like, I'm an open book. Like, I have no problems answering questions that people ask or want to know on a personal level. So basically telling the world it is not, it don't concern. I mean, I'm not bothered. It don't bother me none whatsoever. To me, it's been a ball, because it's like I have memories literally put on recording that I could go back and be like, that really happened in my life. Yep. or me and Twin can relate, like, dang, that happened to me too, or that happened to me too. Because it's been times, I mean, me and Twin been friends forever, but it's been times where we have separated and ain't talked to each other for some months or for a while, and then we come back to it. Like, it's always, you never left. Like, we never left. Like, we got bros like that. Like, we so busy with life that we may not be able to talk to each other every day or see each other, but when we get back around to each other, it's like we never left, or you never left. We just really get catching it back up on life.
Right.
Thanks. For me, I am not an open book. You would think like, dang, you the one that was like, let's do the podcast. Nah. So it's fun, it's interesting, it's different, right? I'm an open book with certain people. Let me say that. I am, but I'm not at the same time. So this, doing it on this level of platform is, sometimes when I re-listen to episodes, I'll be like,
I shared this
that's
much.
you. I said that? Like, dang, because that's just me. Now, if it's just me and Remy talking, or us and the bros or somebody else, that's different. But
right.
I actually get people that say, like, I didn't even know you talk this much. Like, it's so crazy. And they know me for a long time. They're like, you really do talk. Because I am the chill, laid back, perp in the cut. That's a scary sight type thing. So it's just like, you talk? Like, I know you're a firecracker, but you actually talk. So it's different, but I love it, because then it also helps me in my personal life too. Like, it's helping me more with that. So, like, to be more open and vulnerable. Yeah, it's cool. I love it. It's fun.
I ask that because sometimes I'll come up with a topic I want to discuss here, like on this platform, and then I realize I'm the one that kind of gotta be open with the topic. And so you don't realize until you're actually having that conversation how much stuff, like, sometimes you get uncomfortable, and you have to push through that feeling, because you know on the other side of that openness and that transparency is something that can be useful for not only your own life, but other people listening to you as well. So I love to ask podcasters that particular question, because some of us do struggle with, like, being open, but the more you do it, the more you look forward to, like, just learning more about yourself, like talking about some of this stuff on air.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what you just said, actually, we have a list of topics, right? So we just got this whole list, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I mess with Remy. I'll be like, pick a number 1 through something. And then she'd say it. I'll be like, oh, that's our next topic. She's like, what the hell is that? What's the name of the topic? I'll be like,
I love that method though.
Yeah, because
random.
It's so random. And when I tell you, we have like probably over 50 something topics, and that's not including the ones that we've already done or already planning to do, because I'll take them off the list as we pick. But it was a specific topic I asked Remy about the other day. I was like, twin, you want to do such and such? I'm not gonna get the name of it. Then she was like, what's that? Then I told her. She was like, no, hell no, I'm good. And then she just kept saying it. I was like, yo, twin, like, I hope I didn't trigger you. I just thought it would be good to do, but it's good. I'm like, you want me to address? At first, I'm like, I'll address it on Sunday, on the Sunday episode, right? Because she works, so I could do a Sunday one real quick. Then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it at all. And so, I'm saying that to say, like, I agree. Like, you have to be the one to talk about it. You have to be the one to sit in your feelings on it. And if you're not comfortable, like, that's how we are. Like, we're not ready. We just won't do it. We'll go to the next topic.
Right. And you have to be honest in knowing, like, because I've had topics like, I'm like, oh, I know this a hit. I know this be impactful for some people. I'm just not in the space to actually talk about it right now. So it gets moved down the list. I got stuff still on my phone right now. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. And you have to be,
And
especially when you have like a co-host with you. I love that y'all were able to be honest with each other in that, and you were able to be receptive to her being like, you know, I ain't ready, without you being like, man, come on, man. Like,
yeah, nah. And then she'd tell you, like, I actually hit up like not too long afterwards. I let some time go past. I'm like, Twin, you okay? Like, I hope you're not triggered. Be gentle with yourself, because what it also did was open my eyes to something that I didn't know, even though I've known her for 18 years, 17, 18 years. So it was just like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. She was like, you good? You didn't do nothing. He's like, but no to that. And I was like, all right, well, good. We ain't doing it.
right.
We're not gonna do it together, and I'm not gonna do it on a Sunday. That's it. Yeah. And we went on like it didn't even happen.
I mean,
go ahead, Remy. I'm sorry.
You just gotta have good communication within the people you working with. Like, I mean, it, like Twin said, it didn't trigger me, but it was like, nah, I know me, and I know I ain't ready for it. So we ain't gonna do that. Nah, we gonna move on.
It's like, can I give this topic the justice it deserves? And if the answer is no, it's like, let's not even attempt it,
Yeah.
How did y'all come up with the name for your podcast?
Rem? That's why you need your camera open. That's why you need the camera open, because you can see.
It was an open thought. She was talking some, how the hell?
Because I don't remember if I came up with it or Twin came up with it. I don't remember.
Y'all might have did it together.
I'm pretty sure we did do it together, but
that's exactly how it happened. That we had the conversation.
Yeah,
and we just kept saying, like, this is something that people need to hear from our perspective. They need to know. We just kept saying that.
We just had stud, but I don't remember where the vision came from. I think because we had multiple names. We had more than one name. Then someone was like, let's do it. Let's, whatever the other name was. I was like, no, let's call it this. And then all I just know is I visioned what I wanted the logo to look like. And then I was like, pew, did it. And like, I probably made the logo in like 5 minutes.
Man, well, let me talk to you about some LBF stuff after this.
Yeah, like, she a dope graphic designer, for real. Yeah, I'm not just saying that because she my twin. Like, she dope. And that's how it is. Like, 5 minutes.
Literally, like, especially if it's something I'm very motivated to do, or something I literally pictured that in my head and I just made it. Like, I visioned it, I seen it, and then I made it, and then it was done, and it was over with.
That's awesome. I'm happy to now be a visionary and be able to listen to all the different experiences and all the different jokes and stuff, like all the different perspectives that you have. Do y'all think that y'all ever want to have like guests on your show at some point?
Yes.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we have had a guest. Our pre-shows, we had guests.
Okay.
Like, before
our pre-shows was bussing. You gotta go listen to it. It's bussing. Like,
I'm gonna go to SoundCloud.
Now I feel like I'm loud, because I get excited. That's how you know I'm excited. I get loud and start talking fast.
You're fine.
The pre-shows are bussing. Episode 5, we had episode 5 has Michael Ashley on it. That's the suicide awareness one. So she's our first guest on
the official.
Once we officially launched and things like that. But we will have guests. And for us, and then I'm gonna let Remy take over, because then I'll get to talking too much. We have a process, because everyone wants a slot. Everyone wants to get on it. It's like, no, we can't have everybody.
And do you fit with the vision? Like,
some people want to just be on because they're the homies, but it's just like,
you ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah. So Rem told me her thought about that too. Tell her what you told me.
I feel like, because like Purp said, everybody, since we've been doing the podcast, cousins, the bros, everybody, and they grandma talking about, I want to be on the episode of the podcast. I'm like, well, what are you gonna bring to the podcast?
Exactly.
Like, what's your following? What topic are you gonna come on and bring some type of insight to it? Because other than that, we could have a round table and talk with the bros, not on the podcast, and it'll be the same thing.
And I agree.
Right.
You have to make that decision. Like, I think it doesn't happen as much as it used to, but like, especially when I first started and I started being more visible, I got that same thing. And I had to make a decision. I was like, I'm not going to just be inviting any and everybody up here on this mic because in real life, we can't even actually have a conversation. Like, I can't really talk to you because our mindsets are different on some stuff, which is fine. I love different perspectives on the mic. However, you're not a conversationalist. Like, I can't.
Right.
You're gonna be here, there, and everywhere. I don't have time to be chasing you down trying to have this specific conversation. So it's good to make sure that we're making those hard decisions and being like, you know what, I appreciate you being a fan, but that's all you're gonna be.
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts though.
So what was
let me
the
tell you
response?
something.
Like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, in Remy, she's one of those twin, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. Like, she spoke up about that one episode, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And I respect that. And then she spoke up about this too, as far as people being guests. And she's standing on it. Like, and that's one thing I love about her. Long as everything is balanced and it sound good and we bring it something to the table that's gonna help someone or someone gonna like and enjoy, she's fine. Like, I'm more of the boom, 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 like all these details. Like, yo, you think, I don't know, twin, but Rim, she more easygoing.
Right.
I'm easygoing, but more easygoing than me. So when she was like, these people keep asking me this, and nope, not happening. I'm like, all right, we're going with that. That's it. That's all. And when she say, what can you bring to the table? What can you help us with? And or what do you have to offer? It's like, yeah, I just love the show. I just want to be on it. It's like, all right, well, just keep listening.
It keeps supporting. Like, you don't, you just want, you're gonna be breathing on the mic. We ain't got time for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But so what was the overall response from everyone when you first told them that you were going to start a podcast? Was it supportive or did that just come as they saw the material?
All love, all support.
That's
all
awesome.
Love, all support.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think the number one question we received, like, Caban was, so y'all gonna be making money? And we like, yo, we didn't even go into this for money. I don't even know how much money is in podcasts. Like,
yeah. Oh, a lot of questions was like, so how do you make money doing podcasts?
That we figured out.
I got a lot of like family members, all of my brothers, and my brother, he really asked me like, so how do y'all make money doing this? I'm like, I ain't really thought that deep into it because low key, we didn't start this before the money. We start this as, is this something we wanted to do?
Right. Now, money, and I say the same thing too. Money is hopefully going to be a byproduct of this at some point, you know, because you have, like, you see the big podcasters and the ones that get the affiliations and the sponsors and different things. It is possible. And it is possible for you to do podcasting full time and quit your job. You know, just like how YouTubers and influencers and stuff do the same thing. So it's just trying to find that formula that's going to work for you. But
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of that takes away from the creativity as well.
Yeah. So Ram like I said, she works 7 days a week and all the entrepreneur stuff. I'm not downplaying it, but I didn't say it like that. But so in the beginning process, I was researching. I'm heavy on it. I'm heavy on looking things up, learning stuff. I'm always learning. And so I'm like, twin, as far as the money stuff, I'm like, it can come, it can't come. I'm like, but I don't care. She's like, oh, wait, that's not what we're doing it for. But when people ask you that question, you tend to think like, But because I had to learn so much stuff about podcasting, I knew absolutely nothing about podcasting. And she's at work. I'm like sending her stuff like, oh, this, that. And she's like, oh, snap. So, but as far as the money, man, I don't really do anything for money, honestly. If I did, I wouldn't work in social services. So you could tell.
Do what you love, and hopefully, probably the money will come.
Yeah.
And do it well.
I feel like if it's your passion, it's gonna come regardless.
Yeah.
Like if it's something you really passionate about, it's gonna come regardless.
I agree.
Mhm.
You don't know
Yeah.
how it's gonna come, but it's gonna come. We may
In
not
what form is gonna come?
it's gonna come somehow. We abundant. It's gonna come.
Yes,
Right.
abundance.
We abundant.
With
It's
a
gonna
lot,
come.
we get a lot of love and support. It's just, and that's the excitement for me. I'll be like, dang, twin. Like,
Yeah.
look at what these people saying. Did you see the email? She be like,
Mhm.
nah, I'm about to check it out. I'm like, dang, like it's
DMs from
lit.
random people telling you like their life story, and you just be like, oh,
Mhm.
well, I think okay. People they'll see you out and they call you by your, your name or your podcast name. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the craziest thing since we started this podcast. When people call me now and I answer, they be like, it's a Stud Vision podcast with Remy and Purp. I'll be like, what's hello? They like, can I sing your song? I'm like, bro, really?
You might as well make it a ringtone. With some
At
old ones
this
called the
point,
ring back. So that's what people hear when they call you.
yeah. Do they even make that anymore?
I don't think they do. Look, that's some old. Look, I'm showing my
We
age a little bit
old.
too
We
much.
showing our age. Call
Yeah.
back.
I mean, we can sell it as a ringtone, and
Hey,
that's where the money came in.
part of the
Come
money.
on.
Yeah, that's true.
So lately on the podcast, it was heavy on like just dating and connecting with others, and y'all were discussing why you
Here we go with the date.
why you already
Dating.
This is how we really are. Just to let you know, this is not because we on here. We are really like this.
Yes.
I'm gonna skate on into the next question. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's a lead into. It's a lead into. So I was just mentioning the fact that y'all do have your certain episodes that the builders can go listen to about your particular date experiences on the Stud Vision.
We got a lot more coming too about
dating.
I want to hear about these 4 exes y'all share.
Oh yeah, that's the next episode.
Nah, it's coming out next Wednesday.
Yeah,
not this Wednesday.
Not this Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Hey, I'm waiting on that episode.
Wait. Hold on before you ask the next question. Twin, we gotta do it. Because she said same girl. We gotta do it.
Okay. You ready?
Same girl. I can't even do it. We every time it's mentioned, we just start singing it and laughing.
Oh my God. I was like,
yeah.
I thought you was gonna say 1. You said 4. I said, wait a minute.
And it's crazy because we gonna spill the beans on the podcast.
Yeah.
Y'all must got a little bit of the same type. Do y'all at least think that's true?
It definitely was true then. I don't know if we have the same type now. Because back then we had a thing for red bones. I think we'll always love what people consider thick. Like it's not, I don't think it's necessarily a preference. It just happened to be that way. But back then we had a type, like we loved red bones back then. But the older I got and the older Remy got, like that's not what you saw us with. Only like back then in those days, yeah. But now, like I think, matter of fact, we saw like In Tuned and all that stuff. We probably do got the same type now.
I don't know. Like
I don't know.
Right. Oh, that's a good question. But
I see. Nah, we don't now.
No.
I just thought about it. No, we don't.
Yeah, like we kind of made sure we ain't gonna share no more exes.
I grew up. I feel like I grew up and I stopped being I don't want to say shallow.
Shallow. We were shallow. Keep it real, because you had to be a red bone with red hair, or you like. We thought we was Ja Rule. We thought we was Ja Rule. Like, when so Charlie, down ass bitch with a red hair and stuff, like that's what we thought. So now
Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah, but we was shallow. They had to be.
Yeah, we was shallow.
Red bones, like.
But that was probably playing into a specific, like, mindset that we all go through on some level. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you talk to like guys and they go through that same phase. Some of them never grow out of it. And it's just like, oh, she gotta be thick. She gotta be a red bone, sir. Okay.
See,
But you over here.
now,
I'm
right,
confused.
right. It's equivalent to the men that say they don't like big women, but they be in big women DMs. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
nah, bro. So yeah, no, like we were shallow. She can say
Yeah.
she didn't want to say that we were shallow, and then the older we got, our mindset changed, and
Yeah.
then we had to go through some shit with the red bones too. I was like, woo, never again. I don't need another one of them.
Okay.
I'm
Toxic
good.
ladies.
You'll hear about it in the
Right.
episode.
But it's like
You
we
know,
go after what people tell us we're supposed to desire, and then we
Yeah.
see what's a good fit for us the more we
Right.
mature.
Right. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm not basing it on anyone's skin tone,
Mhm.
body shape, or anything like that. But I will tell you this: I'm only messing with Black women.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying.
I'm fine with that.
I'm only messing with Black women.
I'm only dealing with Black men, so I can't even say that about that one.
That's it. Rim, what you say over there?
I ain't saying nothing. I'm over here in the cut.
I heard
being
some
quiet.
whispering. I heard
Cause,
some whispering.
Cause I don't know. I like different
Rim said,
stuff.
"Taste the rainbow."
On the real. I mean,
I can't taste the rainbow with Black women. We come in all
We're
colors,
magical.
shapes, sizes.
We're magical.
Man.
What? All right, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm finna stay over here.
No, go ahead,
Finna
Twit.
stay over here.
We ain't gonna judge you, Rim.
No.
I mean, I just like brown women. How about that?
Well, that's okay. I get you because it's some beautiful Indian women, some beautiful
Right. Japanese ladies and all type of Spanish women and
all type of Spanish.
I ain't gonna discriminate. However they come. At this
Rim,
point.
why it sound like you licking your lips over there? Just think about it.
She is. She probably
just-
rubbing her hands with the Birdman.
That's what
I'm just saying, like you got all type of flavors out here in the world. But they just gotta be brown.
she at the buffet line. Like,
Let me find out you know Rim already. I feel like you know her already because she definitely was licking her lips, rubbing her hands.
Like this is brown. Like I don't discriminate against all the brown women in the world.
Well, you know what? We'll take that answer. We'll take it.
Yeah, cool. I'm cool with that.
So, does dating feel like the Squid Games version of red light, green light? Have y'all seen Squid Games?
I did not see. I haven't watched Squid Games, and everybody keep telling me to watch this.
Y'all gotta watch it.
But I did hear it's pee in a dating pool.
Is it what?
Pee in a dating pool.
Oh, it's more than pee in there. Somebody done threw up their lunch.
Oh no!
Excuse me.
Some kid got a poopy diaper somewhere floating up in there. It's more than pee in the pool.
Wow.
That's why we sticking toes in the dating pool because we can't just be jumping in there. Yeah,
I ain't sticking nothing. I'm not sticking nothing in there. That don't sound good.
It don't at all.
It sound like my toe will fall off.
Listen, dip a toe. Remember that episode of what was that, American Dad?
Dip a toe.
Dip a toe.
Nope.
That's all I'm there now. I'll dip a toe, but I'm kind of like you, Purp. Like I'm good on the dating scene for right now. I'm chilling, and I'm out the way.
Let me tell you something. I'm good on it because one reason why women are confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute now, don't feed it to this narrative. Now, come on now.
Women are confusing.
Come on,
like
podcast and give these men a reason.
Well, y'all head over to Stud Vision Podcast because we gonna drop some shit for y'all. Like,
oh, no, I'm listening. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm listening. Let me.
Women are confusing because we don't know. Like, how do we know if a woman likes us? We don't know if we dating or friends because there's a thin line between friendship and dating. And that's what I realized this year. I'm open to it, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna die if I don't date. So the few people I had just like conversations with, I'm like, twin, what the fuck is this shit normal? Like,
no, this dating shit is honestly, it's not just. I think it's all across the board, and that's just the fear of commitment and like vulnerability coming into play. Because people want to be friends and they want companionship, but they also want all the perks that come with being in a relationship and something in between. And what we doing?
That's all facts. That's all
right.
facts. That's
all facts. And then we both newly single, so we trying to figure out how to
How long has it
maneuver through all
been?
this.
What's new? How fresh is new?
It's
'Cause
almost a
July.
year.
I'm like
Yeah.
5-6 months in.
No, it'll be a year for me in November. It'll be a year.
And it made a year in July for me, but I'm should say it'll be a year in probably next year because we still had some talking here, talking there, even though we were officially broken up. But you know what I'm saying? So like, and we're saying newly single, even though we're saying like it's a year for me, it's about to be a year for her, but we were in long-term relationships. Like,
Right.
What
like
is it? The
when
science say like it takes like half the time to actually get over someone based on how long you were with them. So it's like if you were with somebody, I'll look it up at some point. I don't know, y'all builders, y'all let me know if I'm right or wrong. Y'all be my fact checkers anyway. But it's like if you were with somebody like 4 years, and it's probably gonna take you like 2 years or so to get over them. That's what it's supposed to.
Because that wasn't facts for me. That's not facts for me.
That ain't facts for Rim.
That ain't facts for me.
Really, do you move on fast, Rim?
I'll put it like this. The last relationship, I did move on fast because I feel like, okay, we was together for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Them last 2 years out of them 7, was already over it. Like I was already building towards being over it. So I was already mentally over it. Mm-hmm. Like I was mentally done. I was just in the situation of not leaving yet, like because it was a whole situation, like we was living together and everything. So in that time period, like I feel like out of the last 2 years, I was already building up to the point that okay, I'm done with this, I'm ready to leave, I'm over this now. But I was just there for certain situations, certain reasons. So after I just got to the point where I can't do this no more, because I'm the one that left the situation. I'm the one that left. So after that, I just felt like the heavens opened up and Jesus came and everything. Like,
not the clouds parted and the sun was shining.
Harriet Tubman came and said, "You free." On the real, that's how I felt. Like I just felt free. Like I felt like my soul, my everything. Like it was just. I mean, I did after that. It did take me time, like to even get my mind state of not being in a relationship. Like it takes time for you to go through stuff. Like, but when I had just left, like it took a while for my mind state to be like, oh, I don't have to do this no more because we're not together, or I don't have to do this no more because I'm single now, or I'm not with her no more. So, I mean, it took a time period. You gotta go through what you got to go through to get over it. But I don't feel like it was going to take me half of that time to get over it, because I can honestly say I'm over it.
Well, the quote unquote science also says like a lot of people, if they are in like particularly long relationships, those last couple of years, they will kind of already start their breakup process. So you'll have people breaking up for years.
Right.
And I was like, that's so interesting because a lot of times the thing about women is like we'll leave mentally already, and then by the time we leave a relationship, especially if we're the one that's leaving it, we've already been through the grieving process in some way. Right. So it's easier for us to like transition out of that kind of situation as opposed to others who don't do that work beforehand.
Yeah. And see, for me, it was almost a decade. So we was in almost 10 years. Ooh. So yeah. Right. So it's not that I have an issue with moving on or dating. Mm-hmm. For me, the number one thing that I said I would not do is take whatever I learned from that relationship into anything new. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter if we were dating or exclusively or openly or together. Because it's a lot of stuff that I had to unlearn.
Yeah.
And the things I learned or the way I was treated in that relationship is a complete opposite from how I was raised. So I went through a phase of, how did I allow this? Because this doesn't, you get what I'm saying?
Align with my self-image or what?
Yeah, it doesn't align with a lot of things, yeah. Right? And yeah, I was a baby. I think was I 22? Well, I'm 32 now. So was 22? We were friends first before anything. So I think after I might have been 22 when we got together on a relationship level. First of all, I didn't even realize we was in a relationship until I heard her on the phone telling somebody like, oh, I'm at my girlfriend crib. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Oh, we together.
So yeah, so
you
I
just
might
went
have
with
been,
it.
yeah, I might have been 22 or whatever. But you know, it wasn't nothing wrong with going with that because I'm like, shit, like shorty bad anyway. So, you
Right.
know, but right now I'm just, as Twin would say, you need to get out there. You gotta stop being scared. It's just like one of those things like, I'm tiptoeing around it. And it's not like I don't want it because I'm open to it because I know what I want. I know what I want. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I want from a partner.
Mhm.
But because I hadn't been single since
It's a
21,
weird
22,
experience.
it's like a weird thing. And then the thing about it is, the day I broke up with her, I could have been in a relationship the same day. That's so crazy.
Niggas
And
be mating.
I just didn't want to do it. And it wasn't because I was cheating or anything, the reason why I say that, but for some reason, women has this switch, or women know when other people become single. Even I didn't make an announcement or anything. Like, I don't think nobody really knew for real until it started coming time for family functions and events. And it was like, wait, we
Where
don't
she
see the
at?
other with the other, right? But I think women be knowing, like, y'all got this internal clock or something, because
My exes be knowing sometimes shit. I don't know.
it's like something that be going on. My DMs just blew up. Like, I'm like, huh? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm waiting on you. Waiting on me for what? Like, you
You been
single. I'm
plotting
like,
on my
huh?
downfall.
What? Yeah. So that's just me. But Remy, she be preaching to me like, twin, just go out. Like, twin, just be nice and talk to the girl that's DMing you or that's texting you.
Or
That's
have
what
an
she be telling me.
experience. Like, it's okay. Like, the crazy part is I was on my way to school and I was having a talk with my best friend. And I was telling her, I was like, we put so much emphasis on being healed before we start dealing with other people, especially
That's
fresh
me.
out of a relationship, right? But one thing we said in the conversation was like, we understand that you're never going to be completely healed. That's just a myth, right? You're just going to do what you do. And sometimes you're going to have somebody else to connect with you to help in that process. I was like, but a lot of times for us, like people that try to be mature, we will not give ourselves permission to be comforted in that healing process. So we feel like we got to be isolated. We got to just deal with everything on our own. And we don't even want to sit there and have the experiences with other people during that time, because we feel like, I feel like subconsciously we still feel like we're damaged because of whatever the case may have been with the last relationship. And so we try to quarantine ourselves, for lack of a better word, until we feel like we're in a healthy space to actually connect with someone else. And I was like, but what would happen if we gave ourselves permission to be comforted in that time?
I wouldn't be single right now. Honestly. And Remy would tell you, she's like, twin, I know you got your own way of how you want to do things, but nigga, go out. Go talk, go do something. Like,
it don't have to be a relationship, even if
you sound like Remy.
Clearly.
You sound like
it does.
like,
I'm not saying get into those situationships. I was like, I think with me is there was never no in between, because I understand myself to be a very emotional lover, right? That's something that isn't popular within our day and time, but I am. So it is just what it is. So I try to be very careful with who I allow in my space and, share myself with. However, I've never given myself permission to be comforted in that healing process. And then when I do connect with somebody, it's like, damn, water in a drought, because I done been out here, what I'm saying, isolating myself for so damn long.
Both of y'all sound the same. Y'all out here just being hermits, just not even talking to nobody or nothing.
I ain't say I wasn't talking to nobody.
She didn't say she wasn't talking to nobody. It's me. I won't even return text message calls, DMs, emails. I won't say nothing.
just I said have that conversation with yourself. What would happen if you gave yourself permission to be comforted in your healing process?
You're right.
Just have that conversation and see where it takes you. Because it don't have to be no relationship. You can be clear.
I'm completely opposite. I'm breaking up.
Not no more.
Just a little better.
What's happening?
You're gonna have to edit that big time.
Listen, I'm sorry, we didn't hear none of that, Real.
Well, what did you say?
I said I'm complete opposite of both of y'all last. I'm having everybody help me with my healing process at this moment in time.
She got a starting five, a bench, a G League, a water girl, a practice squad.
She said, I have everybody helping me. Okay, Real.
I feel, but this is how I feel. I was in a relationship for 7 years. I was off the market for 7 good years. I'm gonna make it fun. Right, 7 good, bad, whatever you want to call them.
That was like my prime years.
On the in technically.
Then we gonna
okay.
Okay.
I'm back.
Was it dying? Was the charger dying?
No, it said that my internet connection was tweaking.
Okay. Start over from the 7 good, bad, or whatever years. Start over from there.
My 7 good, bad years of my life, I was in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as soon as I became free from that, it was play ball. Cause I was locked up, so now I'm free. What? I'm finna see what on the real.
Don't let me out.
So I just felt, I feel like, but I do understand what you're saying. Like, you can't let everybody in your energy feel because everybody ain't got good energy. Everybody, as twin know, I personally know some energy vampires and they be sucking me dry every time I'm around their ass. So I had to learn that, I can't have everybody in my energy field. I can't have everybody around me. But the people that I do and have let around me, oh yeah, let's go out. We can kick it, get drunk, drink, whatever y'all want to do. Because if we dating, that don't technically mean that we in a whole full-blown relationship. We dating. Or it may not even be we dating. Let's just go out and do something other than sit in the house and fucking watch TV.
Right. We can be companions and enjoy each other's time and then let it be what that is. But I just think like you just have to know yourself and know like what boundaries you have to put up so that it doesn't get like blurry. Those lines don't get blurred because it does depend on your personality type, how much you're going to be able to connect with somebody else. So that's why I've just been exploring that question. Maybe that'll be an episode one day. What would happen if we allow ourselves to be comforted in our healing process?
I'm telling you now, for me, I wouldn't be single. Honestly.
But so comfort for you would look like another relationship, a full blown one?
I say I wouldn't be single because if I allowed myself to be comforted the way like some of these women want to, I could picture that turning into a relationship.
Is that something that you would want though?
With one of them, yes. With the rest of them, no. But I just know me, and I'm also learning how to not be super all in. Like, I don't want to return to my city boy, fuck boy ways before my relationship, but I don't want to be that person either. Like that all in. So I'm actually trying to learn how to date, like, because I don't know how to properly date right now. I don't know what that consists of. Like we go out to eat, like
I don't think it is a proper way to date.
Yeah, see,
I don't think so.
And I don't know if I could date more than one person at a time. I don't know.
I went through that like a year ago, maybe. Shit.
Exactly. So I'm not alone.
No, you're not, because I realized that too. I was like, I've only ever agreed to what was presented to me. I didn't actually explore what was out there for a long time. And so you run the risk of just being a yes man, basically. Like, oh yes, like you're here, so I guess we can get in a relationship. But making the decision to choose for myself, like the people I wanted to invite in that space, like, and then who I wanted to connect with changed. And that was my form of dating. Like, okay, yes, I don't want to be committed to one person. I want to enjoy the aspects about you over here. And then also this other person. And, that got, it didn't work out. My favorite kind of relationship.
Yeah.
It didn't get overwhelming. What happened was, I dated, and I don't think it's a right way to date, but I do think it's a wrong way. And I was doing it with expectations of wanting to be chosen. Right.
I just talked about this with Twin about expectations.
Yeah.
And so I went through that, and then I kind of tried to shut down shop again, and then somebody hit my ass up. So it happens. But that's the thing too. You have to choose. Like, just because somebody is presenting themselves to you doesn't mean that you don't have a choice in how they're going to be in your life. Just because somebody wants a relationship with you doesn't mean that you have to agree to that relationship. You can decide for yourself. Don't be an asshole about it. Don't be on your, fuck boy shit. Don't be like, I'll just keep you in the wings and shit. But just be honest and upfront. Be like, I'm not in a space where I want a relationship right now. I think you cool. And sometimes we have to be upfront with people. Be like, I don't think you can handle not caring about me on this level. So I don't think it's even feasible that we connect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what I'm working on now. Like, actually exercise my right to keep people out of my space, because I don't want anyone in my space, for real. And it's not because I'm like harboring over what happened. I just really want to figure out what I want and don't want, and what I like and don't like. And right now, I don't like people texting me and calling me all day, every day.
And that's fine. That's where I am. You're not talking about nothing I want to talk about.
Yeah, that whole, and I don't like the passive aggressiveness. Like, so you just don't fuck with me, huh? You just not. And so I have these conversations with Remy, because I'll be like, Twin, I don't see how you do it with the multiple people, because it's just a few of these, and I already got a favorite, and I'm like, fuck the rest of them. Like, maybe I should. Yeah. So she's like,
you kind of said that on the episode, and I felt that, because I was just like, the juggling of people, I give myself 2-3 max, and after that, somebody gonna fall off, because you getting on my nerves already.
But that's what you gotta do. You gotta rotate your bench. You gotta make sure your team, your players is the right players. Like, you gotta make sure your starting five is the people who supposed to be on the court.
Real. That's some real shit, though. That's some real shit.
It is. It was so crazy is we've always thought like this and had this mindset. Then we got in relationships, and then we out of them. And she, you can see that mindset is still there. And me, I'm just like,
how do I get back there?
That one. Like, how do I get back there? Let me go ahead and get back there, because
I just feel like I feel like from dating multiple people, I have literally grown, because I've learned so much from different people, like in their journeys, and learning about them and learning what they've been through and learning about their life stuff. And then you reflecting on that, like, then you think about it like, oh, that's why you crazy, because you went through that. So it'd be like certain people don't go through their own personal healing process, and they be trying to date and talk to you and all that other stuff, and then you gotta filter their ass out, because you be like, you going through too much. I need you to go heal before you even call or text me again, because you bringing that energy over to me, and then I'm bringing that energy over to them. And so it's to me, it's just been a real learning process.
So wait. Can I ask a question? I know this is your show.
No, go ahead.
Do they have to fully heal, or already been starting the healing process?
You got to be doing some work. And I think that's one of the things I said on healing process episode. That's an older episode, but it's still a goodie.
It's still a goodie. I heard
it's still a goodie. Like, you have to be doing some work. Like, you can't just come soup sandwiched up and you think I'm about to be holding your shit together. I can't do that. I have my own stuff. Like, so, like, we know you're never going to be fully packaged and healed. Like, nobody's going to come like that.
Right.
Because, and the reason why I realized that from doing that episode too was you don't realize how much stuff is still needing to be fixed until you connect on an intimate level with somebody else. So you can only fix or heal yourself up so much until you get in connection with somebody else, and they're going to point out different stuff. And the way that they point out different stuff is you get triggered.
Yeah.
You get triggered and
Oh,
you're like, oh, snap. Like, I didn't realize this was still an issue for me. I must ain't, really dealt with this. And then you go and you do what you need to do to deal with it. Now, that still doesn't mean like you just come all over the place. Like, I need you to be doing some work. I need you to be talking to somebody about this stuff. If you're not in therapy, I need you to be actually like doing some kind of spiritual wellness, mental, emotional journey. Like,
Right.
but too many
Right.
people just run from that. And so I think that's what Rim was talking about, is like, these people out here, they jumping from one person to the next, and you expecting these people to help fix you. I'm trying to fix me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And when you spoke on triggers, I told Remy this, and I actually told my therapist this too a few months ago. Like, this one girl, she cool as hell, but she triggered me in a way, and I was like, damn, I still got some more work to do in this area, because she was literally triggering me into the point. And when I say, I don't know the appropriate term for it, but I felt like I was having to defend myself too much. And we are not even in a relationship. We haven't even said, hey, we're dating each other. We're just talking on the phone. Clearly, that's what dating is nowadays. Like, talking on the phone, FaceTiming, stuff like that.
That's what they made.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because when
that's young folks dating. That's
right.
Because young folks.
I don't call it dating. She never said we were dating, but this is the things that we were doing. But every blue moon, I will find myself having to defend something. And I was just like, no, saying to myself, like, I can't do this, because I came from a place where I was always on defense mode. I was always having to, and the fact that now something so little, to me is little, it might have been little to her, has turned into this thing, and I'm defending myself. And then afterwards, it's like, I apologize. I took that the wrong way, or I read it the wrong way, or I received it the wrong way, because I'm having a bad day. You should have just said you was having a bad day.
Communication, man. Like, well,
you could have just communicated with me that you were having a bad day, or something like that. And instead of taking it out on me, I couldn't do it. I can't do stuff like that.
We get better. The more we learn about ourselves and the more we actually do the work, we get better at saying no sooner. Like, you just not the right fit. I'm sorry. Like, it ain't nothing on you. I think you're wonderful. You just not the right fit for me. And to put it on reverse, though, that's a good example of like somebody triggering you and you knowing that you just being pointed to the fact that they're just not going to be a right fit. But sometimes it happens and the person is, or for the time being, that person is. Because like in my last relationship, I got triggered, but it was triggered off of healthy stuff. It was triggered like, okay, this person is doing X, Y, and Z, but it's making me feel like I want to run because I don't want to give in. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to be open, and realizing through that I still had work to do in my healing process. So sometimes it can be either or.
And with this person, it was both. It was both for me, like because then it's like, twin, like, yo, what do I do? Because like, I'm not you. Like, yo, this is me talk. This is how I would talk to twin. Like, twin, I don't know. You don't know what? I just don't know. You don't know what? Man, yo, this is weird. What's weird about it? I'm like, she's asking this. She's saying this. Like, and now, like, she giving me this space to be open, to be vulnerable, to show emotions, and I don't know what to do. I'm like, but then on the other hand, she triggered me over here, even though she was having a bad day. And I noticed the pattern every time. It would be a not so good day for her, or because she was openly dating, it could be a not so good day for whoever she's openly dating, because she's dating more than one person, and now it's triggering off to her. It's like, now whatever they had going on shifted to her, and now shifted to me. It's like I don't know. Right, and then here's Remy. Just tell her what it is. Like it's okay to be open, twin. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Communication will help so much, and it feels uncomfortable, but I like being direct. I don't know what it is, because I know a lot of people don't do it. So when you actually sit somebody down, because everybody wants to say they're mature and they're a communicator,
but
until they actually come in contact with somebody who is. And so when you sit somebody down and you be like, listen, I noticed that, every time you have a bad day, I kind of get the brunt end of it. Like, where's that coming from? Like, and see if you can actually have a conversation with that person. Because once I walk away, I'm gonna walk away knowing I did everything I was supposed to do.
Right. And that's what Remy was telling me. She was like, not as far as like her having an off day, because we would have those conversations. Rem was telling me on the lines of, hey, just tell her how you feel about it. Like, why are you so scared? Yeah. Like, she's giving you this space. She wants to know what's going on with you. Like, just talk to her. I was like, and Remy just kept saying, twin, just do it. Like,
that's just vulnerability. Do it. Why you don't like being vulnerable, Purp?
Answer the question, twin.
Is that what you, I mean? Because I know you expect people to be open with you. That's the way you have good, healthy connection, right? Why is it so hard for you to do that? Okay, but see, for those of us who have people that come to us and they tell their life stories, sometimes we ain't even gotta do nothing but say, hey. And people are pouring out their life story.
Yeah.
We can hide behind that a lot of times until we realize, like, dang, I really am having trouble opening up to this person. Like, where's that coming from for you?
Well, for me, it came from being shut down so much in my last relationship. Like, and if you try to have a conversation, it was her shutting down, her not wanting to talk, then you want to express yourself because, something don't make you feel a certain type of way, or you don't feel good about something. It's, oh, you dramatic, you being extra, like you're doing too much. So I went from a person that was raised on speak how you feel. We're going to sit down and have a conversation. Like, well, when you said this is how I felt. My grandparents would either apologize or tell me why they said what they said. Like, this is how I was raised. Like, I grew up in a home where even if I didn't want to verbally say it out of my mouth, I could write them a letter and tell them, like, hey, and this is what it is. And then I would get a response back in the letter, or we would be talking. And that's how I go. Like, and so the emotional standpoint, I didn't lack that growing up or how I was raised, but in this relationship, I didn't get. I'm what people would say, you lost your voice.
Yeah, take yourself off mute. Take yourself off mute.
I became mute. And so, So now it's like it's uncharted territory. It's like scary for me. It's just like, okay.
And that's understandable.
So if I do this, once I start doing it, are you then gonna reject it eventually? Because now you don't want me to do it. So those are thoughts. I have to deal with those. Those are things I'm working on.
So it's a fear of rejection at the core of it, basically.
Yeah, like, okay, we're gonna start this, right? And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually take you up on your offer to walk into this space of being open and vulnerable and expressing my emotions and my feelings. And then now I do that, but in the back of my head, it's just like, so is it gonna become too much? Like, when is it okay, now you're being dramatic, now you're being extra? When does that kick in? Because in my mind, I feel like eventually it has to kick in.
Yeah.
When that's probably not even the case.
Purp, me and you are so much alike. We are, because like I relate to that feeling so much. I realize, like, I think what helps me, or what I try to lean into, is understanding that me being open is for me and not for them. So if they receive it, it doesn't really take anything away from me doing what I'm supposed to do.
Sorry to cut you off. So you approach it like forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you and not the other person.
If you notice any of my themes, I approach things for me, not saying it from a selfish level, but if we focus on so much on how another person is going to receive what we have to give to them on those kind of levels, it's going to keep us afraid, because we have no control over how they're going to receive it. If that person, if I present my openness and my vulnerability to somebody and they shut me out. They shut me down. They tell me I'm being dramatic. Well, damn. You know what I'm saying? That means I don't want to do it no more. And so then the person that might be deserving of it, they're going to miss out on that beautiful part of who I am. Why would I allow that to happen?
That's facts.
So I just try to stay open, not just because the prospect of connecting with somebody else, but also wanting to constantly connect with myself, because once I do shut down and I do decide I don't want to be open with other people, it affects the relationship I have with myself too.
Yeah.
No,
that's what Remy be saying. Remy's always saying that, like, twin, just do it.
Come on
like,
in the door, Rim. What you got? Do you struggle with vulnerability too?
I literally in the last 2 days. No, has it been 2-3 days?
No, it's been like 3-4.
In the last 3-4 days, I have literally 2 people in my life. I have literally put it all on the table, straight up told them exactly how I felt. I didn't give a fuck about their response. I didn't care how they felt afterwards. I didn't care if they responded even to what I said or anything. I literally did it for me. Because I felt like if I tell you exactly how I feel, front to back, T to T, put it all on the table, put my actual feelings into this and tell you exactly how I feel, after that, I've done my part.
Yeah.
I can't assume that you're going to say something back or you're going to respond to it. I can't just expect for you to respond how I want you to respond. At that point, I was just done. It felt like I was free. I was done. Like, I did what I had to do. Other than that, now it's your move. You know how I feel, it's your move. Like, at this point, I didn't cry so many times and cried so many tears and cried. It's like, at this point, I don't, like, it don't phase, you can't phase me no more. Like, I'm not putting up with your shit no more. Like,
shit.
Like, twin, like my last serious relationship, my 7-year relationship, I literally kept all my feelings in. I didn't share no feelings. It was no good communication. So I feel like now I can't do that no more. Like, I can't keep how I feel in. I can't not express my feelings or tell people how you feel. I tell twin all the time, life's too short not to express how you feel to people.
Right.
In a good way or a bad way at this point, because if you don't like that nigga, you don't like that nigga. Like, nigga, I don't like you. Like, I mean, like, bro, I don't like you.
You didn't tell somebody you ain't like them real.
Man, I be trying to sugarcoat it and make it sound good, because you can't just tell a nigga you don't like them no more. Niggas be having real
the fuck out of it. You finesse it, but you still at the core of be like, I don't really like your ass.
I don't really fuck with you like that. I mean, I'm the type of person, I just move on back and let them do them. If I don't feel their energy or nothing, like twin said, you ain't got to technically text a motherfucker back. It's your phone. You pay the bill. You ain't got to text them.
Learning, I'm not obligated to text people. It be the simple stuff. And I think even when we talk about like speaking up for ourselves is advocating. And so when I think I'm so direct in my communication now is because of my past relationships. I used to mute myself so much. And then when I found like that, I would present that transparency and try to hold partners accountable, because that was something we talked about today, like in different kind of stuff, and you getting shut down left and right. It makes you want to go back into that mode where you just like, well, in order to keep the peace, I guess I should just keep my mouth closed. But then who are you going to be in a relationship with? Because it's not going to be me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a real representation of who I am. And if I feel like I can't be my full self with you, then what am I holding on to?
Right.
That's facts.
Potential of hope, and that shit dead, bro.
Yeah. Life's too short to be trying to be wishing your relationship gonna be what you want it to be and not being in a relationship that you want it to be.
Right. Yeah, this is a good ass conversation, and we ain't nowhere close on this deal.
Oh, I'm sorry, keep going. I'm sorry, keep asking us questions.
No, it's not
like,
close.
We
it's
get
just
along
like,
with it.
I love it, because it's just like I love when I can have. It's been a while since I've had like a spontaneous conversation where it goes all the way off of the outline. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
One question I do want to ask is like, why do y'all feel like us heteros are down bad?
Ooh, y'all down bad. Ooh, shit.
Here we go with this.
I'm praying for all straight women in the world. I love all women, but I'm praying for y'all for real, because I feel like while Remy get her thoughts together, let me say this, and then I'm gonna let her talk. Straight women, heteros, are down bad because one, men. Now I ain't gonna say all, but most, and I got brothers. I'm the only girl, so and I hang with guys too. So I'm just gonna say this: men are not willing to learn. They are not willing to bend. They are not willing to adjust, compromise. They are so focused on alpha man,
Oh God.
submissive woman, and
High
all
value.
that. Y'all, all this stuff, and they got their list of shit, and you can barely keep your dick up for 2 minutes. I just don't get it. Like,
Hello, somebody.
I ain't never been with a man, but I'm telling you about the
hello, somebody. You on point right now.
So you like, and then here's another thing, and I know this is like, well, Purp, you just said this, but this ain't about me. It's about them. They do not even want to attempt to be emotional or vulnerable. They don't even want to learn a woman's body, but they have so many demands. Mm-hmm. They want this housewife, they want this freak, they want this mama, they want this wife, they want all these things, but actually cannot provide and do the basics that has nothing to do with money or materialistic. You guys, that's why I feel like you guys need to be prayed for and out here bad. And like they out here, y'all out here bad, like, because men just won't. And then on the flip side, to give some men some credit, mm-hmm. women not even listening. You do have some men that's out here doing what they're supposed to do, but you have women that's not listening to them, or that's not affording them the space or the opportunity to actually be themselves and express themselves, because women have this idea of what a man should be and things like that. Right. And you have this man over here that's actually showing you, hey, I am a man. This is what I do. This is right. what we're going to do. We in this together. But when you're so used to fighting each other instead of working as a team, you don't know. And then you also have alpha women. Now,